Hey Tarot fans, welcome to another edition of Blue Sicx Tarot. I'm your fantastic host Blue Sicx. Thank you very much for watching. Now if you're new to this channel, give me a subscription, thumbs up and ring that bell for notifications. You can even leave a comment at the bottom. I always try and read the comments. And you can also follow me on the social medias, because why not? And so in today's video we'll be doing a weekly forecast for the 20th to the 26th of January, and I'll be using a Tarot Del Fuego. And if you find that deck interesting, I'll leave a link in the description for my unboxing video. I've only had them for about 2 weeks and they are quite a deck. So without further ado, roll on the intro. Okay, so time for the weekly forecast. So if you're new to this channel, I'll just go through how we actually do this on the channel. So we use 3 cards, Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, Friday and the weekend. So Monday and Tuesday we'll start off. Now these cards have been quite a trip, I guess is the best way to say it, to use this week on my Instagram and Twitter. So anyway, it's going to start off with kind of like a direct purpose in mind, and being able to kind of have like have focus. But the problem is, this is a case of double-edged sword. So it might be good for you for one thing but bad for you in something else, or it might benefit someone in one way but then to the detriment of yourself, or something like that. It's along the lines of being able to, there's a positive and a negative to it. Whether who it affects kind of depends on who it's focused for, but we'll get onto that later. So Wednesday and Thursday we have the Knave of Cups, and so this is more about kind of sitting back and kind of letting the things come to you, letting the ideas, letting everything sink in, and kind of assessing everything in that kind of shower moment. That concept of when you have a shower and all the good ideas come to you when you're not really looking for them. So this is pretty kind of come joined to this. So you've got the idea of getting this certain thing done and trying to get what you need done, but there's going to be a cost to this. So in the middle of the week it's kind of assessing the best way to kind of reduce the risk, because there's still something negative coming of this. So this is kind of focusing on what you can kind of, the best way to reduce the negativity here. So Friday and the weekend we have Judgment. So basically this one's highlighting the idea of your actions are kind of being observed. There is a consensus of this is what you're doing, this is how you're dealing with it, and you are kind of being judged or rated on this. So might just be probably more focusing on work, because the idea of someone kind of being an overseer. So this is what this is focusing on, that there is someone overseeing all of this. So there's nothing wrong in trying to get what needs to be done and get what you need to progress, but at the same time, if it's at the cost of something else, is it really worth going for, or is it really worth the sacrifice? So that's basically the summation for the week. Tell you what we'll do, we'll add an extra card in, because sometimes if a thing is kind of out of place, I chuck in an extra card. So the thing to take away from this is the Six of Cups. So this is more of a nostalgia card, kind of remembering kind of where you came from, how you got to where you are now. So try and remember. So this is kind of urging you to say, look back at where you and how you got to where you are now, and the sort of things you had to do then, how much you had to sacrifice, how many people, if in this regard, if you had to push someone down to put yourself up, is that what you had to do then? So this is kind of kind of saying, look back at how you got to where you are, and then decide if, and then kind of assess that, and then figure out if that's where, if those worked then, does that still apply now, or what have you learnt in the past to get to what you need. That's the reading for the week. I'll put a link in, as I said before, I'll put a link in the description to the unboxing of this deck, because it's a very fascinating deck. However, it's very, very tricky to read. So, and you can also follow me on the social medias as well. So with that, I shall bid you adieu. Bye.